All right, I gotta admit, this is like maybe take 28 of me trying to do this video. It's probably one of the hardest videos for me to record because I'm out of practice just being vulnerable and just sharing what's on my mind and what's on my heart. For the past 8 years, I've just been creating content for the sole purpose of inspiring, educating, and helping those who have a passion for making music and being able to help them with resources, music production tips and techniques, whether it's taking popular songs and reconstructing them, breaking them down, demystifying the process. But the YouTube channel was also a means for me to create my online business, Beat Academy, which I've been investing a lot of my time and energy over the past 6 years in creating courses, a community, culture, all with the intention of impacting and transforming lives. Um, and so it has those two things, the channel and my business, are all culmination. They're like the fruits that are blossoming from the 23 years of me doing this professionally for a living. And yeah, I don't like change. So even doing a video like this is kind of weird for me because all those videos are edited, scripted, polished, and then published, ready to go out with the intention of hoping to go viral. So there's more people who see it on this. So this is just merely just me creating a window for you to peer into my heart, into my soul, and just share what's on my mind. So thank you for going on this journey with me. And so I'm seeing a little bit of a shift. More importantly, the shift happening inside me, and kind of just realizing I've drifted away from not the intention of why I created this channel or my online business with Beat Academy, but I'm noticing that although I intended these things to really have deeper impact in people's lives, I was just kind of caught up in a hamster wheel of doing things that I was just dead set on, like, washrooms repeating that and just burning out on wanting to do the same thing over and over again, and not realizing that when I show up, not just Ill Factor the music producer or Ill Factor the YouTube content creator, but when I show up as Ivan Coraliza, the guy who likes producing music, the guy who loves teaching, the guy who loves serving in his local church, like, these are all parts of me that I don't really often get to show. And I think lately, these past 7 months, I've been being a little bit more vulnerable with inviting people into who I am, all of me. And I've been seeing something amazing happen, both in me and to those that I'm coming alongside with. And I think I'm experiencing the real transformation. The real transformation that I've been wanting to see with Beat Academy, the real transformation I wanted to experience for myself. The past 7 months, this has been taking shape in the form of mentorship. So I've decided to just double down and say, man, how can I come alongside people who really just want to experience exponential growth with their music? And so I created a mentorship platform. Hey, no courses, no more this. Let's just dive right in, get to the nitty gritty. Thinking that, okay, yeah, this is going to be it. This is going to be the best way to really help people. But what I've discovered is, man, I've learned so much more about myself. And I'm seeing it as, if I'm coming alongside telling people, helping them with their music, I'm starting to see that it's overlapping with so many other areas of their life. Someone might come to me saying, hey, I don't know why my vocals sound the way they do, and I don't like the way they sound. And as we dig deeper, I'm naturally allowing myself to be vulnerable and just walk alongside them, the pains and hurts they're experiencing as to why they don't like their vocals, only to discover the lack of confidence in their vocals comes from a deeper hurt and wound, to realize I never had anybody believe in me growing up. Therefore, I don't have confidence in the vocals I'm delivering. So seeing that kind of stuff unfold has just been so life-giving to me. Has been life-giving, obviously, to the person. But it's just had me realize, man, like, where's this going to go? And so I had a thought. experiencing this has really opened my eyes to saying like, man, I think we're just entering into this new new renaissance period. And hear me out. This is just my ramblings here, okay? So hear me out. I think we're entering this new renaissance where information is just so readily available to everyone. I mean, just Google how to make your own mango salsa recipe, or, you know, what does an LA2A compressor do, and all these things. The access is there. And so I think, just as in the Renaissance, where you wanted to go and find and become a great sculptor, you really had to go and find that sculptor that you respected and admired and accept apprenticeship with them and say, hey, can I go under your wing? Can I learn from you? Can I walk alongside you and not just understand the technical stuff, but could I open my life to you, and could we do life together? Because that's where the real molding takes place. If you wanted to be an amazing painter, you go find your Leonardo and be that apprenticeship. And so I'm seeing on this journey that I've been on these past 7 months is that a lot of people coming to me thinking, well, help me, help me figure out the compressor I need to use on this thing. And I'm just inviting them, was like, well, yeah, let's dig a little deeper, right? Is it the compressor that you're really trying to find to solve all your problems, or is there something else that we need to talk about? And I think that's coming from how I grew up in the music industry. I grew up with having somebody mentor me. And at first it was like, hey, can you help me get my projects landed? Can you help me? Can you tell me all the tactical things? But what I was really needing is, you know, could we do life together? Can you help me think through the things I'm thinking through? And can you help me, more importantly, find purpose with the music I'm producing? I think that was it. Help me find purpose with the music I was producing. And I think having someone like Jimmy Douglas and a couple other guys in the music industry help me do that is where a lot of the transformation took place. Now, I'm not doing this a plug for my mentorship thing. I'm sharing with you what's been on my mind, and how I've been thinking through all of this, and um, this YouTube channel, Beat Academy, music production in general, the music industry. I'm kind of like, what are we doing? Or what am I doing? Right? Um, when I go and sit in front of my DAW and I'm working on a new idea, like, what am I doing? And that's how that was the lens in which I viewed it. I kind of lost the love for a while of making music, because there needed to be what am I doing? Is this going to go viral? Is this going for the YouTube? Would this bring in reviews? Would do this? And so that expectation that I was placing on my music making. So I'm going all over the place, but that's the kind of video that I'm doing here, right? Putting that kind of pressure on my music making kind of helped. It just devalued the joy of the actual music making process itself. And it became like necessities or obligations. Okay, I got to make this music so that it can be for the video, and then for the video we get more people to come in and do all these things, and it just put me back in this hamster wheel of like, okay, now it just becomes a mechanism. The music making becomes a mechanism, and I think I just lost the joy of making the music. And it wasn't until these past several months of just working closely with so many people, and walking alongside them and helping and doing life, and helping them think through the why behind their making their music, as well as the technical, right? It's not one or the other. It's a both end. I started realizing, man, this is giving life to me, because I can get back to music being a means of artistically expressing what I'm going through right now, or how I'm feeling, or how are other things inspiring me, and view it that way, rather than put the expectation of my music to suit or meet a means that justify me having to work on it. I hope that makes sense. So I'm sharing all this as almost like a declaration or a first step towards embracing the unknown, embracing this new season of life that I'm in. I'm seeing there's so much access to the information that's out there. And rather than showcase how much knowledge I have or how much I can adapt other information that I'm consuming through YouTube, regurgitate it, put my own spin on it, and then present it to you, what would it look like if I just authentically invited you, not just to show you what I know, but to have you know who I am and invite you into that process and see what happens? And see what happens. So yeah, there's this new renaissance period that I'm experiencing where people are just not like, hey, I want to run to someone who's done it well and do life with them, rather than just feeding people with more information. I think we're leaving the age of information and desiring to step into the age of wisdom. Is there anybody with wisdom that I can is willing to impart it to me? So yeah, just curious to hear your guys' thoughts. This is a bit of me rambling, but I've been withholding doing a video like this for a long time, and it's come from a place of fear. I was afraid, okay, a video like this the algorithm isn't going to like this. How would this bring in more people into Beat Academy? How would this do X, Y, and Z? Exactly like what I was doing with my music. Why am I even working on this beat? Why am I even working on this 8-bar loop? Is it going to make millions of streams? Is it going to get placed on a Rihanna album? What's the point? And what I've missed is this authentic joy, this childlike faith of just doing it because the beauty of that process, the blessing that I get to co-create with my creator and create music. And I've kind of suffocated that by having to place this unneeded expectation on that. So I've done that also with the YouTube channel. I've been like, hey, here's a video I think will do well. Here's a video that go viral. And again, I'm not saying I'll just go on these rants on this channel. I'm just taking a moment to take a deep breath of air and invite you into where my heart's at, where my mind's at. It's a both and. We do need to have a technical understanding of how to create music, but then we also need to couple that with the wisdom that comes with living life and the human experience into that as well. I don't think you can have one without the other if you're creating art. So I'm nervous. I'm scared of what's to come. I don't know what's around the corner, but I have been moved by this experience that I've been going through, and having people that I respect and admire in my life that have been challenging me to go in this route, to challenge me to be like being more authentic with all aspects of my life being on display. So I'm curious, excited, also nervous because I don't personally like change. And thank you for hanging around the channel. I hope that all the content has done what it's purposed out to be, and that was to encourage you, inspire you, and educate you in producing music. And I want to continue doing that, but I think I want to I want to come at it just from a different place, a different state of mind. One that will educate, but yet inspire. And yeah, I just want to invite you to this journey that I'm on, because hopefully coming on this journey with me would allow the both of us to grow. So thank you. Thank you for watching this channel. Thank you for those of you who have joined Beat Academy. Thank you for trusting me. I think that's what it is. It's you saying, I trust you. I like the way but if you're trusting me just on what I've been presenting on the front end with my content, I want to be a little bit more vulnerable so that you're trusting me with a lot more than just your music. So that's my open invite with this video. Thank you. And further up, further in.